Wow, I think Mr. Kiplagat has just made my day. Welcome back to the program. Gentlemen, what do you think about that entrepreneurial marketing?
I think, Regina, that was really wonderful because it really mainstreams the key aspects in the practice of entrepreneurial marketing. That was nice.
Okay. Mr. Sergon, as you give us your opinion on what we've just seen here, what are the dimensions of entrepreneurial marketing?
Well, Regina, that was a very interesting clip, and it demonstrates actually the link between entrepreneurship and politics. I think our politicians can drive entrepreneurial culture more powerfully. So I think it's a good thing. Now, to the issues about dimension of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial marketing, it actually hinges on entrepreneurship per se. If you look at the key aspects that separate entrepreneurship from other traditional business, about 4 or 5 issues. One, there is about issue about risk taking. There is issue about proactiveness, innovativeness, customer focus, and resource leveraging. Those are the 5 issues that really define what entrepreneurial marketing is all about. Now, when you talk about proactiveness, we are saying that if you are doing entrepreneurial marketing, you need actually to be proactive. You need to be ahead of others. So if I'm having a product today that I'm trying to churn out of the production system, I must think in advance how this product will be marketed in the market. That's being proactive. Sure. Innovative strategies are very important also. If you are to do this kind of promotion, how will you package that kind of promotion? So you must be innovative. You must be innovative in the sense that it must captivate the consumer to buy that particular product. When we talk about risk management is very important because you are entering into uncharted path, something which is new. And so you are not sure whether this thing will be acceptable or not. But still, you must have that focus as an entrepreneur that this is new, fine, but I want to actually risk selling this product to the market. So you must bear in mind that there are some risks that you need to really mitigate as you do this. Now, when you talk about customer focus, we are saying as you do this kind of marketing, your focus is, will this customer consume this product? And having consumed the product, will he repeat consuming this product? Because the essence in marketing is that we must actually have what we call a repeat purchase. So if I sell your product, I expect you to continue consuming it. And in marketing, they say the best marketer in marketing is a delighted customer. So if the entrepreneur will convince somebody to consume the product and he feels it's a good product, he has little work to do because that particular person will convince other people. And we are saying in marketing, as I've said earlier on, they don't have a lot of resources. So talk about the resource leveraging, we are saying entrepreneurs will use what they have to really maximize the output of that. So if I have very little, I should ensure that I can organize how these little resources can really lead to a lot of exposure in terms of awareness, in terms of marketing. Yeah, those are the dimensions. And
Dr. Nashima, how does an entrepreneur manage pricing in the market?
Pricing is an integral component of the marketing strategy, the entrepreneurial marketing strategy. But as my colleague David has said, an entrepreneur has an orientation, has a positioning, which originates from being innovative, being proactive, being a risk taker, and being aggressively competitive. Now, for an entrepreneur to achieve appropriate pricing, an entrepreneur will have to put in consideration the key components of entrepreneurial orientation. So, for example, if I want to sell a new mobile phone, I will have to be innovative in the manner in which I price it. And generally, we look at some of the pricing strategies like psychological pricing, where I will indicate the price mark of the cell phone will be 9,999. Of course, it will be just 10,000, but the consumer psychologically will feel that this thing is cheap. We can also look at the going prices in the market so that we really are in touch with the people and we provide a price that is acceptable to the consumers. And in this regard, we keep on telling about the price. And the entrepreneurial marketer will also have to do a bit of research to understand the going prices in the market in order to beat the competition, of course using the entrepreneurial innovation, which we've talked about, proactiveness, innovativeness, risk-taking, and competitive aggressiveness. The understanding of the market structure in terms of the target market, the understanding of the pricing within the market is very important for an entrepreneur to arrive at a pricing strategy in the entrepreneurial marketing.
Mr. Sergon, in addition on the same?
Well, as he has put it, I think pricing is a very critical aspect in entrepreneurial marketing.
Sure.
Because pricing leads to some reaction. If you are entering a market which has some entrenched incumbents, at times when you move in, some fellows have to react. So if you offer your product cheaply, fellows can react even negatively towards your business, because they may even sell at a low price because they have a financial muscle to outmuscle out of the market. So as an entrepreneur, you have to be very keen on how you price. And as you price, you must factor in the components that constitute a pricing model, in terms of what are your cost of production, what could be your transport, because if you have to move goods from one point to the other, I mean, how will you factor in that?
Sure.
What will be the labor component in that? So that by the time you are saying this product is going for 3,000 Kenya shillings, it must have all those issues plus your markup. Others use markup, others use margin in terms of determining the price. But it is very important that they do this. Don't just rush to a market and then you say, I want to offer my product cheaply. Because at the end of the day, there is some psychological component again where people see cheap is inferior.
Sure.
So if you offer your product cheaply, somebody may think this is actually inferior.
They say cheap is
So
expensive.
it needs a lot of psychological engagement for you to know how to really price your product.
Okay. Mr. Sergon, as we wind up, what are the ideal platforms for entrepreneurial marketing?
Yeah, I want to imagine you asking how entrepreneurs can market their products.
Sure, sure.
If you look at what I've said earlier on and my colleague has said, entrepreneurs operate on a shoestring budget in most cases. These are people who really put their resources in a certain new thing. And so, bearing in mind that kind of scenario, then it means that they must also look for innovative strategies that are cheap to really make their product being known. Today we are very lucky because we have social media. If you've seen even things like OLX is a very good platform where you can take a shot of what you want to sell, especially if it's a tangible product. Then you can upload on the OLX and somebody will be able to see that there is a product like this. But more importantly, you realize that other than the social media that we are using, I think the entrepreneur should look for platforms where you can be able to sell his product. You can give samples, but then you can also you're also supposed to really tell fellows how this product will work. Maybe in an exhibition, like maybe a trade fair, a cultural show. Maybe you can even go to a church, and then after church you are given some few minutes to really tell what you're offering, or any other maybe public arena where you can be able to offer this. So it is about the person convincing the other people to buy the product, and that's why it's important that you really have the entrepreneur being innovative. Because you can't maybe find time to really go to the television and do the same. So you need to look for, it's expensive and it's difficult really to penetrate there. So generally I think cheap strategies will work for them.
In addition to what Sergon has just said, the platforms which an entrepreneurial marketer can take basically are hinged currently on technology. And in this regard, we can mention, for example, WhatsApp group. You develop a network relationship with the customers, with the suppliers, and within that network relationship, you use WhatsApp as a media of communication, and you keep on posting whatever you have on the WhatsApp, if it is photo, if it is a price, if it's a new product, and so forth. That is a cheap means of really reaching the consumers in person and engaging them on real-time basis. We also have banners. You can have banners which shows the value proposition that you are giving, and that will really help people to get acquaintance to what you are offering. We also have other electronic media, like for example, you create a website which can be accessed by customers 24/7.
Sure.
And on that website, you can do a number of things. You can do the promotion of the product. You can also do the sale of the product. Unlike the conventional marketing strategies, where you have to have a detailed marketing plan and then you execute the marketing plan, things are changing very fast, and an entrepreneur ought to be proactive, and therefore the platforms must be real-time based, whereby the reaction of the consumer is captured as on-time basis.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time. It's been a pleasure having you around. And thank you so much, viewers, for staying tuned to the Entrepreneurial Spark program. Until next time, God bless you. I've been your host, Regina King-Orlando. And remember, entrepreneurial marketing is about creativity, innovation, and adding value on what you're giving to consumers.